Hi guys, this is Christina with thementoringmom.com. I want to take you on a quick video tour of my daycare room. So this is for current providers or new providers who are just looking for some tips and ideas and suggestions on setting up in your home. We live in military housing, so we have kind of a small setup, which is fine. I know when I was starting out, I was looking for a lot of videos to get ideas, and I found that people, usually the ones who made videos, had these big glamorous setups, and I was like, oh, I wish I had that, but I just have a small space and I need ideas on how to make it work, which is a small space. So I have all of my stuff in one room, which I would consider to probably be like an eat-in dining room. They call it like a family room or something, but it's literally right off the kitchen. So that's what I would consider it to be. So I'm just going to take you on a quick tour, show you what I have, and then if you have any questions, you can comment below and I will let you know. Let's go. Okay, so we're going to start over here. This is actually my welcome board. This is where the parents sign in. There's a clipboard for them to sign in here, and then each child has their own cubbies. I always have a lesson plan and menu posted along with my daily schedule. I always keep a school calendar, which is easy to keep track of if you keep children, maybe for before and after school care. I keep a sick policy up there, a copy of my insurance, my fire drills, and all that kind of good stuff. Beside it, I have just a very small little music center. It's kind of a mess right now, but I keep my radio there and just some little music toys. I have a very small space, so I have to make the best of my room. And just there's some shapes and colors on the walls, just kind of fun. And then over here, this is the table that I use for our meals. So we eat lunch and snack here. We also use it for arts and crafts. And if you can see up here, I have some shelves on the wall, and I keep a lot of goodies up here. So I'll go in close and show you that in a second. And then I have a writing center and a math center, and I like to keep those close to the table because a lot of those should be utilized. Obviously, you're going to use writing at a table, but even math manipulatives should be taken to the table so that they can sit and actually use them. So I like to have those close by. So I'll just come and show you a little close up here of the writing center. This is a dry erase materials here, paper. Each child has a journal, clipboards. They just really like those, some little magna doodles, and then we actually have some skill boards down here in the bottom, which teaches them how to tie and zip. And so those are really nice manipulatives to be there. The dry erase materials, I love these. I find them online. I got these from worksheetfun.com, and I just printed them off and laminated them, and you can actually buy dry erase crayons, and so they're great because you can use them over and over again. So I really like that. And I have some other little leapfrog boards in here that they use. If I can get it open and show you, there you go. It has different little things. So there's most of my writing material. I also had these little hooks up here in little bins, and they're all kind of a mess right now, but this is real life. Markers, pencils, colored pencils, crayons. I keep them up there for two reasons. One, it's a small space, so that actually makes use of the space, but also because little tiny kids can't get them. I do care for sometimes infancy up, and so I don't want babies eating crayons or colored pencils or anything that's going to hurt them. So if they're hanging up there, the children who are able to use them independently can reach them, and if they need help, they let me know. And then I also keep my paint. I have a couple of little science things here. I have scissors, glue, paint brushes, just some provider binders that they look in when they come and do my inspections. This is kind of an odds and end bin. It has my little paint trays, some watercolors. I have a little science bookie up here that has nice little activities for science. This is my handwriting without tears. So I have my books, my chalkboards are there in the back, and my little chalk there. And then these are teacher books that I like to read to kids, and they have their little CDs that go with them. And then this bin here, if you can see that, I have Bob readers, which are awesome. And I also have some file folder games and things in there. So those are just things that I like to be able to get to easily on a daily basis. On the top, I keep some art trays, some art supplies. I have some bubbles up there, and then a bunch of Play-Doh bins at the end. And then if we come over here, I have my block center. You always want to make sure that wherever you put your block center, the children have enough space to play on the floor that's not going to be in a direct path of other children. Because it's very frustrating for them when they're building if another child knocks it down because they're trying to get through. So I have some community helpers. I have some emergency vehicles, some rainbow blocks, some big wooden blocks. As you see, everything is labeled. I try to label them with pictures. These bins here are from IKEA. And I have found that this material, this plastic that they're made out of, it's really hard to get the tape to stick. So I actually have some chalk labels. This is actually chalk tape that sticks really well that I've just written on and kind of drawn my own little silly pictures for them to, you know, identify what goes in what bin. So we have cars, people, animals. We have some Legos, which technically, if you are going through any kind of childcare education courses, you know that Legos are not technically a block. But I like them, the kids like them, so we go with it. We have some fire trucks. And then as we come over here, we have our dramatic play area. So we have dress up clothes, and these are great. I've gotten most of these came from Toys R Us. And if you can see here, I've taken them and I've actually just sewn on some extra material to make them very easy for the kids to hang. Because sometimes they just fall down and they get a little bit frustrated with that. So, sorry about that. And then we have a kitchen here from IKEA. If you can't tell, love IKEA. A lot of my stuff comes from there. I like this kitchen because you can buy it without the top or with. And it also comes with little plastic things on the bottom for legs that I've taken off to make the kitchen real low for the smaller kids, but I can always add them back on there for older kids. So that's really nice. And I kind of took the bar off here and I made little curtains. And the nice thing is that we can actually turn this around, and on the other side of it I have some little labels and stuff for like a little veterinarian shop. So every once in a while I will switch that around and make it a new little center for them. And then in the inside here we just have some little bins with food, and there's dishes on the other side. And then over here, I have a little reading corner, which right now I usually have a rug and some pillows, but they're actually getting washed, so they usually go right there. And I just have a bookshelf, and this is a puzzle shelf that I actually made out of one of those wire cube shelves that you can buy. You see them a lot advertised with, like, you know, to put in your garage for put footballs and things like that on. I actually took it apart and used zip ties and made it into a puzzle shelf so that the puzzles just fit in there really nice. This is a large amount of puzzles, so if I have a lot of really small children who are new, I will either take out some of the puzzles or I'll actually turn it around until they get used to it and just take out a few at a time, because otherwise little ones will dump all the puzzle pieces and that can kind of make a chaotic mess. So there's that. And then I also have this really cool magnet board, which is actually just a oil drip pan that I got at Walmart. It was like $12. It's up there with some command hooks. And these are the magnet tiles that I was telling you about. Okay, and then over here we have a small little science center. I have some sensory bottles that I like to change up, usually with the season. Sometimes the kids help me make them. You can put all kinds of things in there, you know, glue, glitter, just whatever you do, make sure that you hot glue those lids on so the kids can't get them off and drink anything that's in there or make a big mess. And then I have like some magnets and just some little things here. The kids like those, and these. So it's a little science area, and sometimes I will add things to there as well when we're doing different themes and stuff. So that is my daycare room. It is small, but it's great. Everything has a purpose. So if you have any questions, please comment below. If you have not subscribed to my blog, please head over to www.thementoringmom.com. Subscribe there for updates. And it's a very brand new site, so bear with me, but I will eventually have a lot more things on there for you to use.